Show you how to measure for a dress or really any outfit online. This is for KMK Designs, so if you're ordering a KMK Designs outfit, you'll know how to measure for one. The first three key measurements are your waist, which is about right here, about an inch above your belly button, your bust, and your hip. So we're going to start with those. When you're measuring, you always want to wear something that's kind of close fitting, but that's not constricting, so it doesn't alter your measurement. So what she's wearing is fine. So you go around the body. It's usually about the smallest part of your torso, but sometimes if you have a different body shape, it's not. When you do it, you don't want to pull too tightly, but you don't want it too loose. You probably want to have like one finger under, kind of like this. For the next one, for the bust, you want to make sure you get the fullest point of the bust. If you're getting like a corset where you won't be wearing a bra, you don't want to do this with a bra, or you want to do it with something like a non-padded bra. So you go over the widest part, like that. And same thing, you don't want to have it too tight or too loose, and you want to make sure it's kind of even all the way around the body. The last kind of main measurement is your hip. You only do this for like things like pants or like a tight-fitting skirt. You measure around the widest part, which is around your butt. Same thing, you want it to be even, and you don't want to pull it too tightly. It can be kind of hard to do. This is why it's easier to have somebody help you, like a friend or family member. So there. Okay, and cut. I want to see how. Okay, the next measurements are for more complicated outfits or things that really matter if you have like a tight fit or something like that. So we're going to start kind of with the arm measurements. The first arm measurement you want to do is your arm length. Now when you do this, you don't want to keep your arm straight. You want to have it kind of slightly bent, just like this, just like you normally would have it. You want to start kind of like at the tip. There's kind of a bone right here. You want to feel for that. Take your measuring tape and you kind of follow the bend of the arm. And if you have some trouble, you can have it stop at the elbow, and then you do it right at just where your wrist starts, kind of like you can feel the bone there. So that would be your arm length. For the next one, basic, you do around your bicep, which is where your bicep is, not up here, it's right there. So just like that. The next, for some of our more tight-fitting garments, you might want to have your forearm. So that's basically just kind of the widest part of your forearm, so it's not in the middle, like for your bicep, it's up here, kind of by your elbow. So just would be right there. And your wrist, too, is pretty self-explanatory. It's right just around your wrist. And those two, you don't want to pull too tightly, but you don't want to have it too loose. For the next one, just kind of a bunch of different measurements that can affect the fit of your garment. One of them is around your neck. For something for your neck, you probably want to wear something where your neck's exposed, but this is okay too. You can kind of just reach around. You want to add kind of like the base of your neck, but not totally like around like your shoulders or anything. Collar's in the way. Okay. And you want to make sure it's comfortable, because otherwise if you get it and it's measured to this and that's not comfortable for you, it's going to feel like it's just choking you. Okay. One of the last more important ones for the top of your body is your torso length. KMK Designs really only does this for corsets, because this can affect how it feels underneath your arm. So what we're going to do here is we're going to measure right under your armpit, not squishing up, but just right at the armpit. We're going to have her put her arm down, and you're going to measure along her body to her waist. And you can kind of look like you can measure an inch above her belly button and mark it, or put a piece of elastic so you know where it is, or just kind of feel it with your hand. So hers is about like right here. So that would be her torso length. Okay. Things with the upper body, we're going to do the back measurements. There isn't too many on here that are really important, except for your shoulder width. And for this one, we'll do your back waist length too, just to make sure we cover everything. So for your shoulder width, you want to find the same two bones at the edge of your shoulders, on either side, and you just want to measure straight across. Now, some people do measure these differently, so you want to check with the dressmaker that you're ordering something from that it's going to be the same kind of measurement as this. I've seen people do it several different ways. Now your back waist length you want to find the bone that, like, when you bend your neck a little, it kind of pokes out. You can kind of feel it. You want to measure from there to your waist again. So that's your back waist length. So that's your back. Okay, so the last measurement you want to do is for like the hem or the length of the garment you're going to wear. For what we're doing today, we're going to do waist to floor or waist to the bottom of the skirt you want. So you want to find your waist again, which is usually, it's about like an inch above your belly button or the smallest part of your torso. So what we're going to do, just stand normally, take it, and you measure all the way to the floor. Straight like that. So you don't want it to like be loose or anything. You want to do it straight, touching the floor. If you're going to wear heels, you want to make sure you're wearing the heels that you'd be wearing with the dress. If you're measuring for something shorter, you would measure to where you would want the garment to be on you. Take note that sometimes things can feel like they're short, not too short when you're measuring yourself. So you want to make sure that you can see, like in a mirror, how long it is before you commit to the length. And height should be pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully you know your height, so I'm not going to show that measurement.